Some major developments that could impact Alberta energy go to a Senate committee hearing today. Ottawa's Energy Committee. The bill, C-69, would repeal the Environmental Assessment Act by naming an impact assessment agency responsible for looking at the health, social, and economic impact of energy projects. This would also establish time limits for project assessments. Bill C-69 has faced harsh criticism in Alberta over fears that replacing the National Energy Board could hurt the province's energy industry. Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joining us this morning is one of the conversations you'll be having on your show this morning, Danielle.
Yes, Canada West Foundation has come up with a brilliant solution. One of the issues that we've had with C-69 is that it is trying to cram all the regulatory approval processes for all of our major resource development all into one body. And they've actually come up with a pretty elegant solution. They've essentially said that the processes that you approve to use to approve a nuclear plant or a transmission line or a pipeline are totally different than those to approve a mining operation, and they should be kept separate. And this just makes sense. I mean, one of the things that Justin Trudeau keeps pointing to is that the mining industry is supportive of Bill C-69, but let's think about what happens when you're setting up a mining operation. It's normally in a remote community. The people around it are delighted to have the jobs there, and the environmental assessment that they have to do is very localized. It's totally different than when you're trying to look at a project, a linear project that crosses multiple boundaries and also impacts Indigenous rights across the entire way. So what they're saying is separate the two. Have a different process for mining and keep the processes that we have right now for approving those linear projects because they seem to be working, and then also be more clear about the time frames, because this is the other issue, is that this was sold, this whole new regulatory review was sold as creating a streamlined environment. Nobody believes that, as they believe it's actually going to take even more time to get projects approved. And a third major element is the political interference. You could go through, spend, as you saw Energy East do, spend $1 billion just in the regulatory review process to get to a stage where it will be considered. And then you could have the politicians at the end say, yeah, we don't think we're going to go with this, like they did with Northern Gateway. So these are all, I think, excellent proposals. The Senate is, I think, listening. They're hearing that there's a lot of frustration with this act. They have the power to be able to amend it in a significant way. And I think Canada West Foundation's report comes at a really good time to help guide some of that conversation. We're going to talk to a representative from there today.
All right, that conversation on your show, amongst many others. You can listen to Danielle Smith on 770 CHQR starting at 9:30. Thanks, Danielle.